Okay, hello. This is an R&D log. How to how to host an ASP.NET Core web API on IIS in your local machine. So first you're gonna have to go to turn Windows features on or off. Then you have to find Internet Information Services, check it first and expand it. Then you have to go to Web Management Tools, check ISS Management Console. Then you have to go to World Wide Web Services, expand it, Application Development Features, check ASP.NET 3.5 and ASP.NET 4.8. It may be different, just check the option that says ASP.NET. It may be different on your machine. And click OK and wait for it to download. If I had faster Wi-Fi, it would have completed faster, but just wait for it to complete. Okay, it's completed. And now just close it, go to Chrome, and now you have to go to this website. And how you get there is just you go to Chrome, you search ASP.NET Core Hosting Bundle download. And you have to click Net Core Hosting Bundle by Microsoft, learn.microsoft.com. Click .NET Core Hosting Bundle Installer, direct download. It will take you to this site and it will also load up the installer. And you have to wait for the installer to get downloaded. Then, if you have already installed ASP.NET Core 8.0 runtime before you turned on IIS, then you have to click here and you have to click repair. Otherwise, it would just say install. Just if you haven't installed this before, just continue the normal installation. If you have installed this before and it was before you installed IIS, then you have to repair, even if you turned IIS off and then on again. Anyway, it's best to just install and even repair. So I'm gonna click repair. And I'm just gonna repair. Because if you don't repair, it will say that it cannot find the .NET 8.0.6 Windows Server hosting, and it will lead in a result in a status code 500 error. And it took me quite a while to figure that error out, but eventually you just need to install this and repair it. So that was the problem, and now just speed this up. And close. So you have installed the repair, you have repaired it. Now you have all the tools. Also, I'm using Visual Studio 2022. You may be using a different version, so the setup may be different. And I'm okay. To be honest, this thing will probably be outdated in like 2 years. Anyway, create a new project. It's gonna be a web API. and ASP.NET Core Web API. You can search for it here, but just ASP.NET. It's gonna be let's name it Weather API Test, because we're just gonna be testing the weather forecast API. Weather API test. Just place it wherever. Solution name weather API test. Next. Click create. And it is loaded up. First of all, click the start button to make sure the weather forecast API is actually running. Wait, wait for it. Takes a while to run. But let's just make sure. And I'm pretty sure it's running. Just make sure. Yep, it's running. Now you should just go here, localhost, and it should have opened up a window. Yep, this one. The port is going to be whatever, like 7199. And this is a Swagger interface. We don't have to worry about that. Just access the API directly. Weather forecast. And this is what we need to worry about. Yeah, worry about. And this is the JSON that's going to be returned. We need to host this application. We have to host this on IIS, and we have to get this API, get this data. So let's see, how do we do that? So first of all, open up IIS, Information Services Manager. Oh, by the way, it's best to just stop this. Best practice. And I don't know why I do that. It's a habit. Just stop the app if you don't need it. Sites, add website. Site name, weather API test. Physical path. Now this is important. Physical path is where the files of the API will go, like the website files. We're creating a new website, and the files of the website should point to a specific folder. Oh no, this physical path should point to a specific folder, and that folder should contain the files necessary to run our app. And this is going to be in the sites for. I created a sites folder. You can put it wherever you want. I mean, not wherever. It has to be accessible. So best practice, put it in the C drive or the D drive. That's what I've heard. But I don't have a D drive, so I'm just gonna put it in the C drive in a folder sites and create a new folder for this website. New folder. Weather Weather API test. That's the new folder. Also, copy this site name. Copy it to a notepad or wherever. Or just remember it if you have that much remembering capability. I don't, so I'm just going to copy it here. And just make sure port. Set this to what? I'm going to set this to 8084 just so that it doesn't clash with any other port. And type yep. That's all. Okay. Now, just to make sure the website is running, just right-click, manage website, browse. You can also click here. I'm just gonna manage website, browse. And yep, the site is running. Don't be scared of this error. This error is normal. It's just the site is running. There's no files to be ran yet. So the next step, go back to Visual Studio. Right-click the project folder, not the solution, the project folder with the API test. Click Publish. Where are you publishing today? Web server IIS. Click web server IIS as the target. Next, web deploy. Not the web deploy package, it's the web deploy. Server name. Go to the notepad, copy your server name, go back, and paste it here. No, wait, no, that's the site name. Paste the site name here. The server name is going to be localhost because we're running on the local machine, it's the localhost. And the destination URL. Remember that site we opened up, this one? Just select it, Control C, go over here, Control V, that's the destination where the folder's gonna go, where the website's gonna go. And just leave these two blank. Click Finish, Close. So now this should pop up. This should pop up and the publish button's gonna be here. Don't click it yet. You have to close Visual Studio now. We have to run Visual Studio as an administrator. So right click, run as administrator. Yes. So go back to the app, just open up the app back. Now we need to go back to that publishing page. After the app just loads up. Go back, just click here, right click, click publish. And now we can press the publish button after this loads. Click publish. And it should work without any problems. Just wait for it to publish. And so we should go back to Visual Studio. Publish succeeded. Then go to IIS Internet Information Services Manager. Right click on the website, manage website, click browse, and Chrome opens up. Yes, this is what we want. It does show an error 404, but that's because we haven't set a home page like the root in the root directory. But we do have a weather forecast, so /weather forecast, enter. Boom. The website is up and running on IIS, and we got the data. So if you did this, good job. Now, an issue you may have been experiencing is a 500 error. The 500 error is gonna be it might take you, it took me a while to figure out, but the problem was you have to download this ASP.NET Core 8.0 runtime, or you have to either download it or you have to repair it. My problem was the first time I got this error, I needed to download this, but then I um, turned off Windows features, turned off the IIS because I needed to do other development. Then when I turned it back on, it was broken. I got the error again, and it turned out I just needed to run the installer again, click repair, and it should work perfectly fine. So, good job if you did this, and good job for trying if it didn't work. Anyway, see you in the next one. End of log.